Richland, New Jersey at La Rosa Memorial Turf Field on the campus of St. Augustine Prep, where Ocean City goes after its first win against the undefeated Hermits from St. Augustine, which a team that statistically you could argue is the best team in the Cape Atlantic League. They've got the leading rusher in the league, they've got the leading passer in the league, the leading receiver, and the leading kicker. So Ocean City facing possibly its toughest opponent of the season, though Bridgeton and St. Augustine will meet in a couple weeks to probably decide that. A beautiful turf field here. It's been joined since by Egg Harbor Township and Pleasantville and Bridgeton, and in a week or so Atlantic City as schools in the Cape Atlantic League with the beautiful turf field, Bud. And hopefully it's in the works at the Carey Stadium.
Well, Tony, been talking about it long enough. I think it's probably time they do it. But, it's just a whole different setting out here, and every school's a different setting. This is more like a campus setting out here with all the open space in the fields. And, here we have an AstroTurf field, and, Ocean City, you're looking at the beach.
Yeah.
So, obviously, it's a lot more fun to look at the beach. But this is certainly a beautiful facility out here in Richland.
And a solar energy field behind there, too. The solar powering a lot of this campus. The Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 98.7 The Coast. Check out their online inventory at boardwalkhonda.com. This game's also brought to you with the best wishes of everyone at Calvi Electric in Atlantic City, who encourage you to get out and support your favorite high school team each and every week. Under the Flood Insurance Reform Act of 2012, you could save more than $90,000 over 10 years if you build 3 feet above base flood elevation. The all-star staff at Baumgardner House Lifting. Nobody needs it more than Ocean City because of all the summer activities at Carey Stadium as well. But we'll see what happens.
Especially because you don't just play football. You play soccer, you play field hockey,
right. Lacrosse, track. Though you don't use that for track.
Yeah, we wouldn't have to.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. And they'd love to have it as well. That's the one thing they don't have here is a track. They do all their track meets in Vineland. Ocean City and St. Augustine played for the first time in football last year. The Prep won that game 49-7. The teams will continue to play the next 2 years when both are scheduled to move up to the Cape Atlantic's American Conference. This look at the rivalry brought to you by Ocean City Aquatic and Fitness. We have a pregame prayer going on with PA system here at St. Augustine Prep. Don't know if we can pick it up. Don't think we can. St. Augustine, of course, won the National Conference last year in an incredible game at Cedar Creek. And here is the national anthem. Live presentation of the national anthem here at St. Augustine Prep. And by the way, Ocean City and St. Augustine both idle next week. And when they come back, when Ocean City comes back, it will be at Carey Stadium, Red and White Weekend. And will also be, this is Breast Cancer Month, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and there will be pink lines on the field and so forth that Mike Lenhart does so well at Carey Stadium. Well, here we notice that the 50-yard line, I guess the 30-yard lines, are pink. Some of the players are wearing pink socks and pink undershirts. The cheerleaders have pink pom-poms. So St. Augustine starting off the month in their first game, and I guess the rest of their games in October with their salute to and making people aware of the fact that it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So Ocean City's going to kick off. As we said, there's no wind here, so that's not a factor. If you're familiar with the facility, they'll be kicking off toward the scoreboard.
Feels like August 5th for some reason. Can you imagine what it is like out here in August?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be it's got to be 90 degrees down on that field.
Uh-huh.
And 110 in this booth.
Stadnicki will be kicking off for Ocean City.
Get some of those solar panels hooked into an air conditioning system up here.
Brandon Outlaw, Lamont Harris back deep. They actually have three people back deep inside the 10-yard line, right about the 10-yard line. And here's the kick from Stadnicki, and he gets the foot into it, kicks it over all three of them, and into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, it's like Steve was talking about, Tom, a great day for baseball because the ball will really carry. I mean, Stadnicki's got a great foot, and he does kick the ball inside the 10, inside the 5-yard line, but that was into the end zone and really got a good foot into it.
Butch Gleason, we should mention, on assignment in Florida. He'll be back with us in 2 weeks, all refreshed and ready to go. And here goes St. Augustine, refreshed and ready to go. Quarterback is a sophomore, Jose Tabora. Leads the Cape Atlantic League in passing. Single setback behind him. Motion from the left side. Tabora takes a snap, looks right, swings it out right side to Austin Francisco. He pulls out a one tackle, and he's out close to the 30-yard line. Gain of about 8 yards on the play.
Almost a little hold there, like a hook on the block. I had him up underneath the armpit. That not going to be called, though. Without a huddle, St. Augustine's going to.
They will work the whole game this way, and they don't look the signs in the sideline, so they'll move a little faster. Tabora to pass again. Again, Francisco makes the catch, avoids a tackler, and gets it out across the 45 to almost the 50-yard line, and a St. Augustine first down.
6'3", 200-pounder. They're going to have to keep a close eye on him. He's going to come off that line of scrimmage pretty quickly, as he did there. We think they script the whole game and then just memorize every play, Steve?
Tabora waits for the snap. Gives to Harris off the right side. He's out across the 50 and down into the 47-yard line. Harris comes into this game leading the Cape Atlantic League with 584 yards in the first 3 games. He picks up 5 on that carry.
It seems like this is the newest thing. Everybody's doing this now.
Slot to the left, receiver to the right. Tabora fires right to Francisco. He makes the catch, wrapped up by Garrett Jones, who pulls him out of bounds at about the Ocean City 38, but it's another first down.
I see all the players are looking at the coach for the signal, not just the quarterback.
3 for 3 for 45 yards for the quarterback. Is waiting to snap now. Hands the ball off to Harris. He's grabbed in the backfield, spins out of that, tries to go back to the left. Gets a couple of blocks. He's inside the 35, the 30. He's to the 25, down the left sideline, and he's driven out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
There's a flag, Tom. Actually, Tabora threw a pretty nice block, but then I don't know, there was some confusion, a couple guys down on the ground, and he being one of them, and I don't know if he was holding somebody from getting up or what.
Well, they're coming back. The flag's at about the 31-yard line.
I think that's what it was.
It is a hold against St. Augustine. Nice effort, though, by Harris. When he saw it wasn't there on the right side, he had the ability to get all the way around the left side. Of course, he might have been helped by that hold, and St. Augustine will be facing second down and about 12 back at their 41.
Actually, the hole was – he was 5-8 yards past the hole. The quarterback threw a nice block, and then he was on the ground and held the defender from trying to get up so he could go back after the play. But
slot to the right, receiver to the left. Tabora gets the snap. He fires. Pass is complete over the middle, and that's Dan Pavlik, the 6'1", 224-pound tight end.
But they're pretty obvious to me they're setting up something deeper because Ocean City's playing off quite a bit defensively on the pass, and they're hitting these little short passes, but that won't last forever.
Pass to Francisco in the left flat. He's got the first down, avoids a tackle down the sideline. He's inside the 15 and out of bounds at about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, Raiders are going to have to come up and contend a little bit on those receivers, don't you think, Steve?
Absolutely. Just give them the 5-yard swing. You got athletes out there that make the first guy miss.
First and 10 at the 11. Tabora awaits the snap. Slot to the right. And Ocean City may have jumped across. Player did come across. We'll see if there was any motion from St. Augustine. Nope. Encroachment against Ocean City. A 5-yard penalty moves it into the 6, where it'll be a first and goal. Slot wide to the right. Harris lined up behind Tabora. Harris gets it off the right side. There's plenty of room. He takes a hit at the 1 and drives through it for a touchdown.
Yep. Made it look easy from go 80 yards here in the first 2 minutes and 8 seconds of the football game.
10th touchdown of the year for Lamont Harris. Extra point from Kyle Snow, has 17 of them this year. Ball is down, the kick is up, it's high enough, and it's good. So it's 7-0 St. Augustine with 9:52 remaining in the first quarter, and Ocean City will get the football. At Local Gym and Fitness, their staff brings more than 30 years of training experience to the job. They're looking forward to assisting all of their members in achieving their fitness goals. Local Gym and Fitness is at 908 Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. You can call them at 609-545-8732 or visit them online at localgymandfitness.com. Local Gym and Fitness is also setting new standards from personal training to group fitness. Fritz, Russell, Patrick, and Coach Implazio are proud supporters of OCHS athletes. Stop in and see them at Local Gym and Fitness, 908 Asbury Avenue in the center of Ocean City.
Well, Tom, the strength of Ocean City's defense so far this year has been against the run. It doesn't look like St. Augustine's going to spend a lot of time running the football, at least here early in the game, as long as they can complete that little 5-yard pass and pick up 6, 7, 8 yards of play.
Right.
They don't have to run the ball.
Kyle Snow with a short pop-up kick, and it's taken at the 35-yard line for Ocean City by Zach Williams. Looked like that was intentional. I guess they don't want to kick deep.
Of course, you got to hope he catches it.
They get it exactly where they would have gotten it if it went out of bounds. Raiders with a slot to the right. Woolley lined up, double wing. Keys takes the snap. It's Woolley off the left side, runs through a tackle. He's at the 40. Woolley's at the 50. Down the left sideline, cuts back at the 30. He's at the 20, and he is caught from behind at about the 13-yard line. So Frank Woolley makes his longest run of the season on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, I tell you, great run, and he made a real nice cutback around the 20-yard line and avoided a tackle there, and then in doing so, it slowed him up just enough. He got caught from behind, and the Raiders are in that red zone again. They've had some problems in the red zone this year, but, this is a great opportunity here in the first quarter.
53 yards on the carry. Woolley lined up behind Keys, gets it again. This time he loses his footing and regains and gets back close to the line of scrimmage. Looked like he stopped for a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, we've talked about this in the first 3 games, that this is the area where they have really struggled, to put points on the board, and that's why, I'm sure the people on the Ocean City sideline were hoping that Woolley would get into the end zone on that run from scrimmage.
All right, slot to the right. Fay split out wide. Woolley lined up behind Keys. Keys with a long count, takes a snap. It's Woolley again. He's double teamed and brought down at about the line of scrimmage. May have lost back to the 14-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and maybe 12 yards to go.
Yeah, 2 running plays into the line, and they're going to run him 30 times today, I would guess. I mean, that's pretty much been the modus operandi over the first 3 games, and those 2 attempts into the middle of the line there didn't yield anything.
Receivers left and right. Keys awaits the snap. Play action, back to throw. Throws over the middle, too high for Bromhead. Christian Baumgartner and Bromhead in pretty much the same area, and the pass intended for Bromhead is incomplete. It's 4th down.
Had both receivers back there, I think, open, Tom. 1 defender, 2 receivers, and I'm not sure that the defender really was guarding either one as closely as you would have wanted him to, just unable to complete the pass.
Stadnicki is going to attempt a 32-yard field goal. He's missed 3 this year, one of them from 40-some yards. And it's going to be set down on the 22-yard line by Brian Slate. Waits the snap. Good snap, ball down, kick is up. It's high enough, and it is good. Tough angle from the left hash mark and just got it in the right upright. So the first field goal of the career of Joe Stadnicki, who came over from the soccer team this year. And Ocean City is on the board. It's only the 2nd time this year that Ocean City has scored. They've scored 7 points coming into this game. It's 7-3 St. Augustine with 8:09 remaining in the first quarter. It's another special weekend at the Lobster Loft in Sea Isle City. The Lobster Loft offers 2-for-1 dinners on Thursdays and Fridays and half-price bar appetizers. You can experience their fresh seafood, pasta, steaks, and chicken, plus an extensive wine list and specialized martinis. Great entertainment at the Lobster Loft Friday and Saturday. Visit the Lobster Loft. Look for the Big Red Lobster, 42nd Street in the Bay in Sea Isle. The Lobster Loft. Their seafood is so fresh, it still has an attitude. We'll keep you posted, too, on the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard, as only 1 game is being played at the same time as this. That's Wildwood. They're in action at 6 o'clock. The rest of the games will be starting as the second half of this game begins. So we'll keep you posted throughout on the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard.
Tom, the first series for each team gives you a little idea of the fact that everybody watches film. When Steve mentioned about Ocean City being well coached, obviously I think they were prepared for that little pooch kick, because that's not something you talk a whole lot about. And as soon as that ball was pooched up in the air, and I think it was Zach Williams, he immediately signaled for fair catch. So that's something they saw on the film, I think. And on the other side, St. Augustine, they got 8-9 guys in the box because they know Woolley's carried the ball 85 times in 3 games.
Stadnicki's kick. It's a line drive, and it's taken at about the 11-yard line. Coming up the middle, a beautiful open field tackle for Ocean City by Owen Deeroff. That was Casimir Phillips, a 6-foot, 178-pound freshman on the return, and they'll start at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great open field tackle. That's the kind you get up and you want to celebrate, but, you try to keep your humility a little bit.
Plus, you don't want to get a flag.
Correct.
Here we go. Tabora ready. Back behind him, slot to the right. Sets, fires left. Francisco out there. Avoids 1 tackle. He's down the left side for about 8 yards, stayed in bounds, but he's short of the first down.
Again, you can't give them 10 yards off the line of scrimmage, because they showed you on the first series they're just going to continue to throw that little pass. Sometimes it's an out pass, sometimes it's a slant in pass, little screen pass.
Here we go, 2nd down and about 8 yards to go. Slot to the right. Tabora takes the snap, hands it off. Trying to get to the outside, but great defense for Ocean City by Jack Sturley. He broke through and grabbed a hold of Lamont Harris and threw him to the ground back at the 25-yard line for a loss of about 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, as I said, the strength of Ocean City's defense is against the run. There was an example of it.
Tabora back to throw. Throws left side. Francisco makes the catch, immediately hit by Garrett Jones. And I think he held him from getting the first down. Let's see where they spot it.
Yeah, I think they're going to give it to him.
St. Augustine players are lining the sideline so we can't see where the ball is. Nope, fourth down.
Going to be inches. I mean, really inches. And this one you can tell because this is where the line's pink.
Tabora is 7 for 7 for 90 yards in the first quarter here.
Going to go for it here, Tom.
They are indeed. Fourth and less than a yard. Slot to the left. Tabora takes the snap, hands it off, hitting the left side. Don't get much, but he's got enough, I think. Hitting the left side is Lamont Harris, well defensed, but he only needed a few inches apparently, and he got about a foot.
Yeah, he got ran into 2 Ocean City players, Zach Fumo for one, and just really, like you said, he only needed maybe a foot and probably got a yard.
Okay. Ball's out to about the 31, 32-yard line. Tabora back to throw. Pump fakes. Now he's got plenty of time. Now chased around a little bit, and he's going to scramble with the ball. Throws it downfield. Francisco makes the catch at the 50, and he's taken out of bounds by Garrett Jones. There's a flag on the play and a holding penalty against St. Augustine, which tends to happen when your quarterback's scrambling around like that. But he had a ton of time before he had to scramble.
Man, you talk about a ton of time might be an understatement. Yep. Although you expect the quarterbacks to have that kind of athleticism, don't you? Yeah. It was impressive.
So another penalty against St. Augustine moves them all the way back to the 16-yard line. They've got to get to the 41, so it's first and 25. Wide slot to the left, receiver to the right. Tabora back to throw, looking left. His pass is caught at the 25-yard line and out to the 30, back almost to the original line of scrimmage is Dan Pavlik.
Yeah, the defender fell down. It's a little bit of an out pattern for 10, 12 yards, and the defender fell. And I tell you, talk about athleticism for a sophomore. I'm impressed with his accuracy.
8 for 8, 106 yards. Can't get much better. Yes, it is. Slot to the right, receiver to the left. Receivers in motion. Francisco to the right. They're going to do a little swing pass to him out of the backfield. He's got it at the 30. At the 35, Jones kind of knocked his feet out from under him. Then he's knocked out of bounds by Ocean City, and a flag comes in, and another flag comes in.
Yeah, that's going to be a late hit, I think, out of bounds against Ocean City.
Personal foul against Ocean City.
That's the same play they ran to open the game where they had the hold out here on Garrett Jones. That time a better block.
So they'll get their sixth first down here on a 15-yard penalty against Ocean City. And that moves the ball down to the Raiders' 43-yard line. First and 10, St. Augustine. Slot to the left. Tabora waits the snap. Gets it, hands to Harris, going left. He shoots off the left side. He's grabbed and spun to the ground. Looked like Dylan Craver who got a hold of him.
You know, Lamont Harris shows on the program is 5'9", 192 pounds. And yet 2 or 3 times he's run into the line. Ocean City's somebody's grabbed his shirt and been able to hold on to him.
Francisco back in the game, split to the right, slot to the left. Tabora takes a snap, looking for Francisco. Nope, he throws under Francisco. The pass is incomplete. And pretty good coverage by Brian Slate, one of those split-second situations where he got his hand in there just in time.
Yes, he did.
It's a first incomplete pass for Tabora. Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking that he was wide open and he was going to catch the ball down there was Francisco.
3rd and 9. Slot wide to the left. Francisco to the right. Tabora gets the snap. Looks right. Fires for Francisco. Too high. Incomplete. So he's missed 2 in a row after hitting 8 in a row. and it'll be a 4th down and 9 at the Ocean City 42-yard line. St. Augustine leads here 7-3 with 4:36 left in the first quarter.
I'm thinking miscommunication there with the receiver because he just was too far off with that throw. It looked like the receiver was looking to go in and the pass was looking to go out.
Slot to the right, Outlaws wide. Francisco in the slot. Tabora back, rolling right, being chased. They got him. They do have him. Ocean City piling on because the whistle isn't blowing. But a great defensive play. First of all, in came Owen Deeroff, kind of knocked him off balance a little bit, and then Jack Sturley finished it, and a sack, and Ocean City will take over on the St. Augustine 48-yard line. Timeout is called by the officials. Not sure why. Is there an equipment problem?
Not sure either. Maybe it's.
Maybe it's because of the humidity. Officials are allowed to call timeouts regularly, and when there's excessive humidity or heat, to allow the players to get water.
And they're not getting their breath when St. Augustine's on offense. That's for sure. Steve, what?
The Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 98.7 The Coast. Brian Brumell and his professional staff waiting to serve you at Boardwalk Honda on Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township. Interstate Batteries in Egg Harbor Township is now the 10th largest in the country, bringing their excellent service to 7 counties in South Jersey. They not only have a battery for your car, but your boat, RV, motorcycle, ATV, truck, power chair, and golf cart. Interstate Batteries, America's #1 replacement battery, is at 6064 Riga Avenue in Egg Harbor Township. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. Phone them at 609-646-5008. If you need a battery, you'll find it at Interstate Batteries. Tested and trusted. They are outrageously dependable.
I was going to get Steve to explain again that read on the linebacker, because that's pretty important, and that's probably something that a lot of people don't necessarily understand that are listening. So we get a chance, you can explain that again.
Ocean City comes out slot right. Woolley lined up behind Keys. They've got a receiver to the left as well. Play action, back to throw. Keys in the pocket. He's hit, and he goes down. Ball might come out.
Good
Officials
coverage.
don't signal it did, so it must have been after the play. But a loss on the play of about 4 yards.
Steve?
Yeah, what they're doing, but if they take the outside linebacker and they're walking him out in the slot, making it look like he's going to cover that slot receiver, but then he creeps back in. And kind of what happens is the pre-thrown read is in, he's going to throw the screen, out, and run the ball. So he's changing that once he play calls, making it tougher than he did the first series. Good adjustment.
Slot right for Ocean City. They shift Baumgartner to the left wing, and they're going to give it to Woolley. Woolley going left. He avoids one tackler and dives out to around the 50 for a gain of about 3.
The problem with that is as he moves inside closer to the snap, there's nobody covering that slot receiver, because now you got one guy guarding 2, and you're just hoping that they're reading it the wrong way and they run the football.
Well, what they did it very late after he made his read. I don't think that I could be wrong. I think they have that sight adjustment. Once the pre-snap read, he makes the call, he knows what they're doing. I don't think he has the liberty of putting it on his own.
3rd and 12, Ocean City at midfield. Keys awaits the snap. Slot to the right, gives it to Woolley. Woolley going right, cuts inside, pushes back down to about the 48, the original line of scrimmage, but it'll be 4th and 10 for Ocean City.
So the Raiders back, as you said, to the original line of scrimmage, and St. Augustine made a substitution there, go to an extra defensive back in anticipation of a pass from the Raiders. They just haven't shown a whole lot of penchant to do that a lot this year.
Josh Tibbetts back to punt. He's punted well so far this year. Had one block, though, against Bridgeton. Good snap, no rush. Floats one downfield. Chased back to about the 9-yard line. Coming down the left side is Kieran Hughes, I believe. And he's driven out of bounds at the 23 or 24-yard line.
This is, Friday night football. We haven't even had to turn the lights on yet.
It's a whole different atmosphere here, because when Butch Gleason's usually here, we're looking for the nearest diner. And you guys are wearing those mining caps with the lights on so you can play 9 holes on the way home.
I got a little flashlight on my iPhone. I can see it.
Obviously, you can hear the coach trying to make a call from up here.
Nobody can hear him but us.
They do. They run it off the right side, and there's some room. Harris runs through a tackle, almost pulled off bounds by another, but manages to get out across the 45-yard line to the 46-yard line.
It's almost like the lonely end out here. No, I had a guy split wide right. Nobody was guarding him.
First and 10 on the 46. Harris again. Harris right side across the 50, and he's into about the 48 or 47 of Ocean City.
But I spent the first series, running the ball twice and just throw the ball and go 80 yards. Second series, they mixed it up a little bit, and Ocean City tightened up defensively. This series, they look like they want to run the football more.
And the linebackers in, too. They're just trying to net them over
Tabora
power.
waits the snap. Slot to the left, receiver to the right. Sets, looks, fires right side to Francisco, and he's stopped by Garrett Jones, but he falls ahead to about the 43 for a first down.
Yeah, Garrett Jones is arguably their best cover guy. And I mentioned this last week, interestingly enough. He's always playing on that left side. So if they switch the receiver, their better receiver to the other side, he still stays on this side. So
Francisco right, slot to the left. Tabora takes the snap, drops straight back, has plenty of time. Now a little bit of a rush. Throws left side. The pass is complete. Tackled by Zach Williams inside the 30 as Chad Penny. And that's a historic moment. Chad Penny's caught 2 passes this year, both for touchdowns. That's the first time he's caught one he didn't score.
Wow. Thanks to Zach Williams, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, way too much time back there to throw.
On the 29-yard line, Tabora gets the snap, gives the ball to Harris off the right side. He's hit low and brought down by Brian Slate, one of the surest tacklers on Ocean City's team. Stops him at the 26-yard line.
Tell you one thing I like about the way Brian Slate tackles Tom is he's always waist down. You know, he's not just trying to run into you or knock you over. He wants to wrap your legs up just like he did there.
Tabora waits the snap, second and about 7. Drop, pump fake, looking to go long to Francisco, and he gets him at the goal line and in for a touchdown, and a 26-yard touchdown, call it.
Well, it took them 11 minutes and 30 seconds almost to, we talked about that in the beginning, you know, throw a lot of those underneath passes. You know they're setting something like that up, and it was a quick little out, and the defensive back bit on it, and he just went down the sideline past him and hit him in stride. That was exactly what you set it up for.
Snow's kick is high enough and good. His 19th extra point of the season. And it's 14-3 St. Augustine. Tabora's 9th touchdown pass, 5 of them to Francisco. You'll like the way they do business at the Thomas H. Heist Insurance Agency. They're coastal insurance specialists with over 35 years experience. Flood, boat, auto, life, health. They offer it all at the Heist Agency with convenient offices at 700 West Avenue in Ocean City, 7809 Atlantic Avenue, Margate, in Egg Harbor Township at the Providence Professional Park, in the ShopRite Shopping Center in Marmora, and South Main Road in Vineland. You'll also find them online at heistagency.com. Remember Thomas H. Heist when you need insurance. St. Augustine, Kyle Snow will be kicking off to Ocean City. Remind you, by the way, Sunday, the John R. Elliott Hero Walk will take place starting at 11 a.m. at the Civic Center in Ocean City. Benefit the Hero campaign for designated drivers. Also on Sunday, Ocean City High School crew benefit at the Buck Tavern from 3 to 7 with Susie and the Electric Fish. Another pop-up. This one is caught by Zach Williams with a fair catch at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, it's not like they have a whole hands team in for, although maybe they do have some more guys, again, based on what they saw on film, have more hands guys up front because of that particular thing. But, you know, in that case, if you're going to get the ball at the 35-yard line, that's one thing. If you're going to get it to 25, you might as well try to return it.
Wide slot to the right. Keys awaits the snap, gives it to Woolley. Woolley hits the center of the line and gets back about to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10.
They tried that dive play off the left side that they ran, 60 yards or whatever in the first play from scrimmage, but St. Augustine certainly adjusted to it there.
Ocean City's going to have to use a timeout here. Oh, no, the clock's going to run out. Yeah, the clock's going to run out. So that's the end of the first quarter here at St. Augustine Prep. And the undefeated Prep leading it 14-3 over Ocean City. Ocean City ready to go. 2nd and 10 at their own 26, trailing 14-3 as we begin the second quarter. Snap the keys. He's under pressure, and he's going to go down inside the 15-yard line. Good pressure by St. Augustine, and it'll be 3rd and long for Ocean City. They're going to bring it back outside the 15 for forward progress to the 17-yard line. So it's 3rd and 19 for the Raiders. Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 98.7 The Coast. Connect with Brian Brumell and the sales staff at Boardwalk Honda on Facebook. Here we go, 3rd and 19 for Ocean City. Long count, Keys takes it, gives it to Woolley. Woolley off the right side, has some room. He's across the 25. There's a flag on the play, and he goes down at the 27-yard line.
It just got a
holding penalty against Ocean City.
They'll refuse that, obviously.
Reminds you can watch this game live. Go to oceancitysports.com. There's live video streaming with our play-by-play. Bill Shallcross at the camera. All produced by Matt Ulmer. And you can watch this game live. And there's also the previous 3 games are available online. This will be added to the list. They're going to refuse the penalty. They bring it out to the 26-yard line. So it'll be 4th down for Ocean City and 11 yards to go. And Josh Tibbetts comes on to punt. Back in single safety is Kieran Hughes, 6'3", 175-pound senior.
Just just predictable. I mean,
Tibbetts awaits the snap. Low snap, scoops it up nicely. No rush. Gets a high end-over-end kick. It hits at the 42 or 43 and bounces out of bounds. They're going to put it at the 44, actually. So 1st and 10 for St. Augustine at its own 44-yard line. Always
easy to coach from up here. Again, they're going to rely on their defense to try to keep this game close until they can put some points on the board. And I agree with Steve. I think you got to maybe throw a little short pass or something to keep the defense honest. Maybe even, throw the ball when they expect you to run like they do with 8-9 guys in the box.
Tabor awaits the snap, repositioning some people. Harris behind him. Tabor to throw. Throws right side to Francisco. Spins, but pulled down on a nice shoestring tackle by Garrett Jones.
Yeah, and after Francisco did that out and up and ran behind everybody and took that touchdown pass, now the defenders are going to be respecting that ability to go behind them, and they're going to go back to giving them that little 5-6 yard cushion, and St. Augustine willing to take it. 9
catches, 117 yards unofficially here in the first half for Francisco. Tabora gets the signal from the sideline. It's second, a little more than 5 to go. Long count. Gets the snap, gives to Harris. Harris bounces it left side, and he manages to get across the 50 to about the 48. Zach Williams made the hit.
Yeah, he got him right away, was able to latch on, and they were able to just get a couple yards anyway, did Lamont Harris, until Zach Williams got some help.
3rd and 2 or 3 yards to go. St. Augustine shifting people, now ready to go. It's Harris. He cuts back up the middle. He's got the first down, pulls out of a tackle, and he's in the open. Harris is sprinting into the end zone. Call it a 48-yard touchdown run, his 11th of the year, and St. Augustine increases its lead.
Yeah, that's just, we just talked about a good tackle not long ago. There was not good tackling there because Lamont Harris bumped into a couple people and almost fell down from being bumped into, but nobody bothered to tackle him. That was pretty That was not a good display of how to tackle.
Kyle Snow to kick the extra point. It'll be his 20th of the year if it's good. Ball's down, the kick's up. It's high enough and good. So St. Augustine takes a 21-3 lead over Ocean City here at St. Augustine Prep with 9.5 minutes left in the first half. It's not too late to go to Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th Street in the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Gillian's will be open this weekend, starting at 1 on Saturday and Sunday. The Wonderland Pier will continue to be open weekends through October 13th, which means it's this weekend and next weekend for your entertainment. The summer continues at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th in the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Visit them online at gillians.com. 21-3, St. Augustine on top. And they'll be kicking off to Ocean City. There is a little wind, according to the flag, down there now. It's like it's at the back of Ocean City. 2 touchdowns for Lamont Harris. Leads the Cape Atlantic League with 11 of them. Another high pooch kick. Fair catch by Ocean City again at the 35-yard line. That's Zach Williams once more.
I guess they figure they're going to be able to get down there and cover that ball to the 35-yard line before it can be returned, and that's why Ocean City's calling that fair catch, and they're willing to take the ball on the 35. Of course, I'm sure you'd always want the ball on the 35-yard line after a kickoff, and of course you don't get an opportunity to return it.
This also might be a way for St. Augustine to practice for Bridgeton, because you don't want to kick deep to them if you don't have to. Yeah. Slot to the right. Woolley lined up, gets it. Woolley shoots off the left side. He's dragging tacklers out across the 45 for a first down.
Yeah, it's interesting because he'll run that play 10, 12, 15 times a game maybe. Maybe that's a lot, but and sometimes he'll break through like that and get that 10, 12-yard gain or 60-yard gain, and a lot of times he'll be met at the line of scrimmage, and that'll be it.
8 carries, 78 yards for Woolley here in the first half. First and 10 at their own 47 for Ocean City. Keys gives to Woolley, and Woolley drives to the line of scrimmage. Pile up there. It'll be 2nd and 10.
He runs 8 yards just to get back to the line of scrimmage. He sets up very, very deep. I'm sure that's by design. But I don't know, I think it's pretty deep, don't you, Steve?
Slot to the right. Keys, 2nd and 9. It's Woolley, and Woolley is hitting the backfield. Getting through there is James Brady, the 5'11", 208-pound sophomore linebacker, and he stops him at the 45-yard line for a loss of about 4.
Well, if James Brady wasn't in the huddle, he certainly knew what play was coming, because he and 2 of his blue-shirted partners there were, 5 yards deep as soon as the snap was made.
Receivers left and right. Back to throw down the middle for Baumgartner. A little too long and incomplete. He had a step on the defense, but the pass a little too long. There's a flag, however, in the backfield and a couple of whistles. Personal foul, roughing the passer against St. Augustine.
Well, that hurts.
Probably did hurt. That's why they did the
Thought that might have been the case as well, although try to be as objective as possible up here sometimes. I thought that exact same thing. I'm glad you said it. I didn't.
15-yard penalty, 39 yards against St. Augustine here in the first half. Gives Ocean City a first down at the Prep 40. Fay splits to the right. Receiver out to the left. Woolley hit behind the line of scrimmage. Tried to spin out of it, but there was 2 defenders there. And the key on the tackle was Justin Walsh, 5'11", 227-pound senior.
Tell you what, also Christopher Morgan, 6'1", 183-pound sophomore tight end. Really, they're just really winning the line of scrimmage here right now.
Split to the left is Jones. Fay to the right. Long count. Play action. Back to throw. Avoids the initial rush, but there's 2 or 3 more coming. And back around the Ocean City 47-yard line. 3 sacks here of Keys in this game. And Ocean City's going to face 3rd and real long.
Well, that's exactly what Ocean City's not getting on the defensive side of the ball, Tom. I mean, Keys has absolutely no chance whatsoever even to look downfield. Now, again, there was good coverage. He had 3 guys in a pattern, and all 3 were covered man-to-man, but he had absolutely no time whatsoever.
3rd and 23. Slot to the right. Keys takes the snap, gives it to Woolley. Woolley hits off the right side, drives across the 50, down to the 48-yard line. Picks up about 5. Officials stop play.
Lost his helmet.
Tibbetts on to punt. 4th and about 18. Back in the single safety is Hughes. Good snap. Tibbetts gets a high end-over-end kick right at Hughes. He catches it at the 12. He's gone right. He avoids 1 tackler, gets to the sideline, and Hughes has some running room. He's being chased by Zach Fumo, who has an angle. Is he going to catch him? He is not. An 88-yard punt return by Kieran Hughes, and St. Augustine goes up 27-3.
Well, I hate to say it, just another example of not good tackling. I mean, they had a chance, a couple different shots at him over there on the sideline. It looked like they had him penned in on the sideline, and I mean, obviously you're going to give St. Augustine some credit. I mean, they got some speed, they got some real athletes. But I don't know, I think somebody should have been able to make that stop over there.
Kyle Snow, after a terrific punt return by Kieran Hughes, puts St. Augustine further ahead. Will try to kick the extra point. Kick is up. It's high enough. No, it's wide to the right. So Snow is unsuccessful. As we look down, that's the first return touchdown for St. Augustine this year. They haven't returned a kickoff or a punt until that one. So it's 27-3, St. Augustine on top. And Ocean City will be getting the football on the next kick with 5:44 left in the first half. Take a look at the Ocean City athlete in college, brought to you by George Roomer at Century 21. George Roomer has spent his entire life in Ocean City. He knows the community. He's at Century 21 Alliance on 9th Street, where he is equipped to handle your sales and rentals. Visit him online at c21anj.com. They want your listings. Contact George Roomer at Century 21 Alliance at 609-399-5711 for Ocean City's finest selection and more. Remember, George knows Ocean City. And we're talking about Danielle McNally, the senior at Indiana, defender out there in field hockey. She scored 4 goals this year, second on the team, has 7 career goals and 9 career assists. Indiana will host Michigan State tonight, and they're at Louisville on Sunday. The Hoosiers are 6-3. Danielle McNally, and a look at the college scene brought to you by George Roomer at Century 21.
That's impressive, 4 goals for a defender.
Yes. Another short kick, another fair catch. Ocean City has field position at its own 37-yard line.
I wonder, the first time I've seen St. Augustine, I wonder if they ever kicked the ball deep.
Well, I don't know. You mean this year?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Raiders will get an opportunity on offense again.
Receivers split left and right. Keys awaits the snap. Double wing. Hands the ball off off the left side for about a yard to the 39-yard line. And that was Naplasik on the carry.
Notified by the Saints or his staff here that there's a number change. Number 20, whose touchdown is R.J. D'Amico.
Okay.
R.J. D'Amico, 20. It's a change that we didn't have on our program. I apologize. R.J.
And we'll accept thanks from Kieran Hughes. Pass over the middle is incomplete, almost intercepted with running room. There's a flag on the play.
I like the call, though.
Pass was incomplete, and had it been picked off, he almost had a clear field in front of him. But he dropped it and stood in frozen position for a minute or so. Pass interference against St. Augustine, and Ocean City should get a first down here.
So
The only way to slow this pass rush down and stuff, you got to throw the ball on first down a couple times. And, just to slow them down. Right now, they're just
teeing off.
stacking the line, scrimmage and run, and they're third and long. Throw a screen on first down. Make that rush slow down.
Receivers left and right. Deer off the setback behind Keys. He gets the ball, shoots up the middle, across the 45, inside the 40, picks up almost 9 yards down to the 37-yard line.
And I think everybody expected a running play then, only they didn't give it to Woolley. So maybe that's part of the reason it was successful.
Well, except he's on the sideline.
Right. Oh, okay. Well, that's why they didn't give it to him.
Been out of bounds for a big loss.
Actually, I noticed Garrett Jones is on offense.
Yeah, they've played him a few times here. Brian Slate earlier in the season has played some offense too. Looking to throw. They're trying to throw to Fay, and he's covered, trying to cut it inside, covered by Casimir Phillips, the 6-foot freshman.
Yep.
I like the play call, though. At least it makes you think about, so close to line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you wonder why the receiver doesn't go inside, but the defender kept him from going inside there on that slant.
That's why you get a little more experience. That defender will take it up.
Third
Backing him up a little before you take it inside.
3rd and 2, receivers left and right. And Woolley, I think, back in the game, and they gang up on him at the 40-yard line for a loss of a couple of yards. So it will be 4th down and 6 yards to go, and Ocean City will go for it. They're on the 40-yard line of St. Augustine.
Well, and I guess if I'm St. Augustine, I'm expecting them to give the ball to Frank Woolley again on this play. Pretty much they've done it anytime they've needed anything less than 7 yards on 3rd down, and this is 4th down.
4th and 6. Keys receivers left and right. Takes a snap, does give it to Woolley. Woolley avoids one, drives, and looks like he's just short. He's going to be stopped at about the 37-yard line. A gain of about 3. They needed almost 6.
Yeah, they just they don't have a lot of confidence, I guess, in their throwing game right now, and I guess they figure that Woolley can break at any time, and like you said, though, it's pretty tough on 4th and 6 to be able to do that.
From their 37, 4 minutes left in the first half. St. Augustine on top here, 27-3. Tabora waits the snap, long count, gets the snap, hands it off up the middle. Harris is tripped up but falls forward across the 40 to about the 42-yard line, gain of almost 5.
Under 4 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Harris over 100 yards here, 101 on 11 carries. 2nd and 5. Tabora drops back, looks, fires right side, and it's incomplete. Trying to put it in the hands of Chad Penny, and once again, Francisco was in the neighborhood.
Yeah, Francisco was just a little deeper on. There might have been a little confusion there on the pattern. Penny was underneath him by about 3 yards.
3rd and 5. Slot left, receiver right. Tabora looking, floats a pass downfield. Nice catch at the 40-yard line. And that was Dan Pavlik for a first down.
Yeah, I think Brian Slate a little mad at himself, and that ball just kind of floated there in front of him. I think he felt he had a chance to make a play there and just wasn't able to get it done.
Tabora waits the snap. Gives the ball to Harris. Harris off the right side, drives to the 35, and stopped at about the 34-yard line.
Of course, last week, Raiders had a big stop on Bridgeton at the end of the first half, took a lot of momentum into the locker room at halftime. Weren't able to sustain it in that third quarter, but they sure like to do the same thing here.
2nd and 5. Tabora looks fast right side. It's dropped by Francisco.
Well thrown pass right in his waist. I think Francisco looked up and wanted to run with the football. Saw a touchdown there in front of him on that slant pattern and didn't catch the ball first.
Tabora's 13 for 16 for 179 yards so far here in the first half, unofficially. Remember, the official stats will be up at oceancitysports.com. Double slot. Tabora to pass. The pass behind the receiver, but he dives, and it hits the ground. Incomplete. Nice effort by Chad Penny, but the ball hit the ground.
Yes, as successful as Tabora was throwing the football in that first series, he's had a few missed connections here. So it's an important 4th down play. I would suspect he'll throw this one to his favorite receiver, Francesco.
4th, a little more than 5 to go. Tabora, quick pass to Francisco in the flat, and he gets past one defender, and he's wrestled to the ground at about the 20-yard line.
Yep. Tough to make the adjustment, though, as you said, because when you go out there with them and then they run the football and Lamont Harris is gaining the yardage. So they got a lot of offensive weapons. That's a lot of athletes.
1st and 10 just inside the 20. Tabora waits the snap. Gives it to Harris. Harris off the left side, avoids one tackle and another, and he's stopped. As he gets inside the 15, a flag, another flag. The flags are flying here.
It's going to be a personal foul against Ocean City.
Brian Slate came up to make the tackle.
Yep.
Ball was spotted on the 15 or maybe 16-yard line.
Just some frustration there, I think, at the end of that play, and really unnecessary. Going to cost them 15.
Cost them 8.
8, yeah, half the distance.
The ball's at just inside the 8-yard line. 1st and goal. Tabora waits the snap. Less than 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Gives it to Harris. Harris with a nice hesitation and drives into the end zone. He hesitated and sidestepped one tackler at the line of scrimmage and shot past the defense for his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, they're just a better football team. I mean, really not much else to say. I mean, they're really doing what they want on offense, whether they're running the football or whether they're throwing it. They're controlling the line of scrimmage, and what else can you say?
Snow to kick the extra point. The kick is up. It's high enough. It's good. And it is 34-3 on Snow's 4th extra point of the game.
Just can't catch up.
Kicks a little deeper. Dropped and covered by Slate, I think, at about the 28-yard line. Here comes a flag in late.
That's going to be a personal foul against St. Augustine. That's why Steve says they do that fair catch there. Then again, though, they got to catch it.
Yeah.
Right. Good point.
69 yards and penalties against St. Augustine here in the first half. Ocean City will start. Where are they taking the ball?
Maybe
They took it from the 28 to the 42. Personal foul, St. Augustine. Personal foul, 2 penalties. 84 yards in penalties here in the first half. Ocean City is on the St. Augustine 42-yard line. Keys awaits the snap. Gives it to Woolley. Woolley going left. Woolley shoots across the 40. He's down to the 35. Picks up about 7, maybe 8. Let's see where they spot the ball. Second, a little less than 3.
it's still, like you said, eight guys in the box on first down, because chances are 95% you're going to run the football on first down.
Receiver split to the left, wing right. The Plasek gets the ball, pulls out of a tackle, and he gets to about the 31-yard line. Looks like it's enough for a first down.
Going to get a move on here, just under a minute as we speak now. Clock actually stopped.
I don't think anybody's called timeout yet, right?
No, they're moving the chains.
Mm-hmm.
So a minute and 1 second.
And we got one here. Timeout, Ocean City. They're going to try to get the ball in the end zone. Trailing here, 34-3. We've got a minute and 1 second remaining. The Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 98.7 The Coast. Boardwalk Honda wants your car, and they're paying top dollar. Visit boardwalkhonda.com. On the 31-yard line of St. Augustine, trailing 34-3. Keys awaits the snap, gives the ball to Woolies, and he takes a lateral step and gets a couple of yards down just inside the 30.
Well, again, I don't want to say predictable, because it's not always predictable, but it just predictable.
Back to throw. Throwing for the 5-yard line, and Garrett Jones got it on his hands but couldn't pull it in. It falls incomplete.
Love the call, though. Yep, right in his hands. Had touchdown written all over it, and just couldn't hold on to it. Right.
Third and about 8. Back to throw is Keys. Floats to the left. Under pressure. Can't get away. Thrown to the ground back at the 40-yard line by Bill Bailey, who says, "Won't you come home?" Bill's a 228-pound junior linebacker.
The one thing I will say, Steve, though, about the play-action fake, that they would throw the ball, they run it. So, maybe it works for them a little more than it works for some other teams.
Ocean City is going to use its second timeout with 2 seconds left here in the first half. They've got the ball on the 38-yard line.
Think there'd be a prevent defense here?
I don't know. Leo Hamlet out
and
in
the
the
other
huddle.
7 in the end zone.
Just inside the 38-yard line of St. Augustine on the final play of the first half, barring a penalty. Keys awaits the snap, drops straight back, rolling to his right, sets, fires deep, and it is intercepted, it looks like. Yep, it was a battle for the ball, and the battle was won by Corey Smith, the defensive back, as they tried to hit Owen Deeroff down the right side. So Ocean City kicks a field goal in the first quarter, but ends up trailing here 34-3 at halftime.
To get him on my fantasy team.
The Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 98.7 The Coast. Check out their online inventory at boardwalkhonda.com. Snow to kick off. Another little pooch kick high in the air. It's caught at the 34-yard line, a fair catch by Noah Bromhead, I think. And Ocean City will start there.
Well, we said this last week, and on the first possession, if you have any hope at all, you got to get something going here just to build a little bit of momentum, get a little bit of confidence. Because if St. Augustine scores another touchdown before the Raiders score, we're going to a running clock. Is that correct, 35, Tom?
35 points in the second half, right? Receivers left and right. Keys takes the snap, gives to Woolley. Woolley hesitates at the line of scrimmage, finds a small little niche and slides through it. Flag comes in late.
It's going to be a personal foul, one side or the other, between those two players. Not sure which one's going to get the call.
It's against St. Augustine. They now have 99 yards in penalties.
I don't think Mark Reardon's going to be happy about that. I mean, especially personal foul. That's about the fourth one. 2 of them on one play in the first half. I was thinking that at the time.
Yeah, that was an amazing penalty. Keys awaits the snap. Woolley behind him. Gives him the ball. Woolley avoids a tackler behind the line of scrimmage, drives through a couple more, and he's inside the 45 for a gain of about 5.
Just on individual effort. Yep. All on individual effort there. You got 5 yards out of absolutely nothing. He talked about reading the blocks and going where he was supposed to go, and you know, he just put his head down and found a hole.
And he slithered. He does a nice job of the tackle comes up to him. He gets a little sideways, makes himself small. It's a great asset to have.
Receivers left and right. Keys awaits the snap. 2nd and 5. It's Woolley again. He gets up the middle, tries to back for a couple of yards, may have gotten 1. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Woolley, by the way, has moved up to number 9 all time at Ocean City High School. Tonight he's passed Adam Martin, George Cocadrilli, Danny Davis, and Bob Krokenberg, and now trails Jim Minchell by about 30 yards.
There's some names. Bet none of those guys ever pitched 12 innings and walked home and went and played basketball after scoring a winning run.
I bet they didn't.
All these years I've known you, I've never heard that story.
Oh, got more. 3rd and 4. Keys awaits the snap. Hands off to Woolley. Woolley drives the left side and is stopped at about the line of scrimmage. 20 carries, 96 yards for him. It's 4th and 4, and they're going to go for it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to do, at least based on the first series, it doesn't look like they're going to change up the philosophy here at all from what they've been doing basically all year. And I guess you can, unless you're going to do it in practice during the week. It's tough to come in on game day and change what you're doing.
4th and 4. Play action. Keys rolling right under pressure. Outruns the first guy. Fires to the sidelines. And I think did he catch it?
I don't think so.
I didn't see a signal. No, it's incomplete.
Even if he did, he's 3 yards short of the first down marker.
So St. Augustine takes over on its own 44-yard line with 9:28 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. They lead 34-3.
So they did try something different there, a little sprint out, roll out by the quarterback, and yet, again, just so much pressure.
What happened here? Another 15-yard penalty against St. Augustine.
Might be another personal foul.
Has to be.
Roughing the passer. Jeez. Yeah, I think as soon as he threw the ball, we both looked away and looked at the receiver. Nobody's arguing on the blue sideline.
1st and 10, Ocean City on the 29 of St. Augustine. And they give it to Woolley, avoids a man in the backfield, hits the left side at the 25, at the 20, threw a tackle at the 15, and he's down to about the 11-yard line.
Nice run there. Talk about sliding off a guy. Did it twice. Getting up a little gingerly there is Dante Enos. If I'm the defense, I'm keying on number 3.
Keys awaits the snap. Woolley behind him. Woolley gets the ball up the middle. He drives inside the 10, close to about, well, maybe he didn't get inside the 10. Let's see the unpile. Very little gain. Gets to the 10, so it'll be 2nd and 9.
This is where it gets even harder to run because you know, you can stack the guys up into that box, and the box is a lot smaller when you're on the 10-yard line as opposed to when you're on the 50-yard line, because what's behind you is not that much.
Slot to the right. Baumgartner on the right wing. Keys. Looks. Fires a slant in. Touchdown.
There you go.
Dylan Fay on from 10 yards away. Didn't mean to rhyme that. But Ocean City gets its first touchdown of the game.
Yep. And that ought to give them a little bit of confidence, not just the players, but the coaches.
First touchdown pass of the year for Keys. Only the second touchdown scored by Ocean City. Woolley had the other one. Stadnicki to kick the extra point. He's 1 for 1 on the year. The ball is down. The kick is up. It's high enough. And good. So Ocean City reduces the lead to 34-10. And will kick off to St. Augustine with 8:14 remaining here in the third quarter. You've probably visited their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood. Well, Shoppy's is even better online. Shoppy's.com. You can select and design your own trophy or award and order it right there. They also have a complete line of gifts, and we're coming into that gift season. Remember, you're not presenting the finest trophy unless you're presenting a Shoppy trophy. Phone 609-653-1684 for Shoppy's since 1921. You know, it's known all over the Delaware Valley. Johnson's Popcorn on the Ocean City Boardwalk, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. You can get Johnson's Popcorn, individual servings, all the way up to 3.5-gallon tins. Look for them in your favorite food market or party store. Johnson's Popcorn's at 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone 1-800-842-2676 and have your popcorn shipped to you. They're also online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Johnson's Popcorn since 1940.
On the Atlantic Electric scoreboard, we have some updates, Tom. Holy Spirit is 14-0 over the mainland. Millville is going ahead of Atacama 21-0. Houston still up 6-0 Hamilton. Atlantic City 6, Oakcrest 0. Cedar Creek and Buna 0-0. Lower Cape May still 6-0. And Middle Township 12 Lion.
Here's the kick return from the 10-yard line out across the 25, drags across the 30, won't go down until he gets to the 33 or 34-yard line. Nice return.
Love that play call and a touchdown pass for Ocean City. And then, you know, realistically, you go back and how many yards in personal foul penalties against the Hermits on that drive certainly aided and abetted the touchdown yardage. But at least it does, as I said, give you some kind of confidence. Yep. 1st and
10 from the 33. Tabora swings it out right side, and nice tackle. Owen Deeroff makes the stop on Brandon Outlaw. Brandon Outlaw, they think here on campus, is the fastest football player they've ever had. But he didn't get a chance to show it there because of the tackle by Deeroff. Seems to be some objection to the tackle.
Yeah, that could have been a personal foul. No, they didn't throw the flag, but they sure could have. After he almost he's coming out of the game coach's orders. He almost flipped his feet up in the air, like after you rope a calf and you get the 3 legs tied together, you throw your arms up in the air, the calf's legs up in the air. That's what he did. 2nd and 11.
Handoff, Harris going right. And he's chased to the sideline, hit, won't go down, and they finally blow the whistle as he crosses the 35, 36-yard line. And, you know, people are piling in there, of course, as he's trying to maintain his progress, but it looked like he'd been stopped a little earlier than that, and there was no whistle.
Yeah. Yes, he did. I'll tell you what, you got to give him a lot of credit, Tom, because Lamont Harris isn't going down easily.
No.
And he's not big.
That's why he leads the Cape Atlantic League, because he's a hard rusher. Of course, Calvin Cass had some pretty good numbers here last year. Tabora waits the snap. 3rd and about 7. Throws over the middle. Francisco makes the catch across the 45 for the first down. Stopped by Fumo and Slate. But he gets the first down out to about the 47-yard line.
Good coverage, but 6'3" and being guarded by 5'10", 5'11", and they're just not able to prevent that ball from being caught up high.
1st and 10. Tabora gives to Harris, jumps the line of scrimmage, and then comes down and gets hit at about the 50-yard line for a gain of 3.
So one thing the Raiders do pursue the ball on defense, Tom, when against the run. They really do that well. Last couple plays was a perfect example of it. One guy's in there and 4 or 5 guys. It's not like anybody standing around watching.
Second and 7 from the 50. Harris going right, cuts it back up the middle, drives inside the 45, close to the first down. Officials are going to spot it at around the 43, which is where he had to get. Let's see if they feel he got it. Yep, first down.
Yep. Very methodical, using some clock here. It's kind of like that first drive of the game, although they're running the football more this drive.
1st and 10 at the Ocean City 43-yard line. Tabora takes a snap, looks over the middle, pass is caught, and down inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line is Dan Pavlik. Big target, 6'1", 224-pound sophomore.
Boy, they run that quick hit to the tight end often. That might have been the best catch of the game right there, because just got his hands out there and caught it on his fingertips and brought it in. I mean, that was a stretch catch, if there is such a term, and if there isn't, we just made it up.
Ball's at the 27, 1st and 10. Tabora takes the snap, gives it to Harris. Harris cuts back, spins up the middle, and gets down close to the 20-yard line. Gain of about 6 on the play.
Good, strong runner, as you said, Tom. They have a history of good, strong runners here in the last couple of years. It's a good football team.
Slot to the left, receiver to the right. Tabora waits the snap. Drops straight back, looking right. Francisco has a step, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown. Nice pass by Tabora, and St. Augustine adds 6 more points.
I'll tell you one thing. Tabora really does put the ball on the money most all the time. I mean, Francisco there ran a simple post pattern, stayed inside the defender, and just caught it in stride across the middle into the end zone, and it made it look pretty darn easy. But again, it is a lot easier when there's nobody rushing the passer. They're just not getting any rush at all.
Snow's kick is good, so it is 41-10 in favor of St. Augustine. 2 touchdown passes in this game for Tabora, both to Francisco. So Tabora has 10, and Francisco has caught 6 of them. 4:25 left in the third quarter. And it is 41-10 St. Augustine. The Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 98.7 The Coast. Brian Brumell and his professional staff waiting to serve you at Boardwalk Honda on Tilt Road in Egg Harbor Township. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service has been serving Atlantic and Cape May counties for nearly 25 years. No job is too large or too small. And they have 24-hour emergency service. If you have electrical needs, if you need repairs or wiring for your new home, Tom Jackson & Sons will give you the action you require. Call them at 609-390-0500. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service. Remember them, because service is part of their name. Here's the kick. Another pooch kick. Caught at the 39. They're gradually working their way downfield here, though. They're up to the 39 as Zach Williams makes the catch, the fair catch.
Do we have Cedar Creek up 6-0?
We have Cedar Creek up 6-0 now. We also have Holy Spirit extending to 21-0 over Mainland. Millville 28, Absegami nothing with 12 minutes.
A lot of points being scored. Those games just started.
Ocean City from its 39-yard line, trailing here 41-10. Slot to the right. Keys hands the ball off. Woolley avoids a guy in the backfield. Hit at the line of scrimmage and goes ahead for 2 more yards. Picks up about 4 on the play.
That's that little slide move that Steve's talking about there. It just kind of slithers sideways.
The last Thanksgiving, Steve saw an incredible game. Cedar Creek and St. Augustine was one of the great games.
Yeah.
And, of course, on top of everything, it was for a championship. And St. Augustine won it. Slot to the right. Fay split wide. He scored the only touchdown for Ocean City. Second and about 6. Woolley found a little room, gets across the 45 to the 46 for about 2 or 3.
I think you'll see some clean jerseys in this fourth quarter.
They don't get dirty on this field.
No, that's true. That's true. Some players on the sideline warming up.
Yeah. They have about 60 players on their roster, including freshmen. One of the higher numbers in the National Conference.
And success breeds success.
Slot to the right. Handoff is Woolley. Woolley's hit at the line of scrimmage. Drives. He's out to the 49. Well, he's really close. I don't think he made it, but he's really close to the first down marker. He was hit behind the line of scrimmage.
I agree, Tom. You're going to be about half a yard short, I think. You know, what will happen is the more successful their football program is, just like their basketball program, they'll get more athletes because kids want to go where there's a winning team if they're good players, and you get more good players, you become more successful, and I
think it's bigger in basketball because in basketball you can give the athletes exposure by playing in tournaments and, national type competition. You can't do that in football, but you're right. You're right. Woolley straight ahead. Hit at the line, but I think his forward progress carried him past the yard marker to go and a first down. Let's see.
Yeah, if you're looking at the official across the way and he's right in line with us, it looks like he's putting it on for a first down, although they are going to measure. From where he stood and then where he came in and put the ball down, it looked like about a half-yard difference to Ocean City's detriment there.
It's pretty close. Yeah, it's John Madden, left foot, right foot. They're going to bring the chains out. And remind you, this weekend, next weekend, and it's over for Valtacos for another year.
Oh.
Get some stuff for your freezer. Valtacos, 957 West Avenue in Ocean City. Ocean City gets the first down.
By the nose of the football. 2:11 left here. Raiders have played the third quarter much better than they did the first half so far.
First and 10 at their own 49-yard line with a little more than 2 minutes left in the third quarter. St. Augustine on top, 41-10. That's the most points scored against Ocean City this year. Keys awaits the snap. Hands it off. Deer off. And he's to the 48, maybe 47-yard line of St. Augustine.
So he has played some offense and defense as well.
This is a guy that they thought was never going to play football again. It was a very serious broken leg last year. Didn't play all last year, and here he is back. He's a sophomore. Slot to the right. Keys awaits the snap. Deer off again. He's hit behind the line and wrestled to the ground by James Brady. I'm sorry, I said Deeroff instead of Naplasik.
Yeah, both times because Deeroff also is a junior. I knew you meant Naplasik. He's the sophomore.
Gain of a yard that time to the hit was James Brady. So it's third down and about 7 yards to go. Keys awaits the snap. Quick pass for Fay is too high and incomplete. So it'll be 4th and 7.
Well, they run that quick pass because it doesn't give St. Augustine a chance to put the pressure on defensively. That ball just kind of sailed on Keys and over the head of the receiver. But it's like Steve said before, it's almost predictable. You run the football on first and second down, and you're still 7 yards away, and then you pass it on third. So well defensed and anticipated by St. Augustine. Yep.
Tibbetts the punt. D'Amico stands back inside his own 15-yard line. Good snap, no rush. End-over-end kick toward the sideline. It bounces at the 5, the 10, and it's inside the 5-yard line. Bounced at the 15, I should say, the 10, and then inside the 5. And another good punt by Josh Tibbett.
Yeah, he is. The one thing the Raiders have had is really good kicking this year, Tom, both place kicking and punting. He's really punted well.
Mm-hmm.
So the Pirates have evened their series at 1 game apiece. The Braves looking to do the same thing with the Dodgers.
Tabora in the end zone, awaits the snap. He's got a slot to the right. He's going to throw. Pump fakes to Francisco, trying to throw long, and it is incomplete. Garrett Jones and Francisco ran into each other. Jones ended up on the ground. Francisco kind of broke free, but the pass was too long. And Brian Slate tried to pick him up anyway.
I think Garrett Jones fell down because he got a little push in that contact there. Brian Slate was coming over from the safety position to help him. Now Garrett Jones is saying something to Francisco, and they're just exchanging pleasantries. Nothing real serious.
Jones has been guarding must think everybody I guard is 6'3" or 6'4". He's 5'11".
Only a sophomore. He plays the position well, though.
Guarded Mitchell at Cedar Creek. Guarded Williams at Bridgeton. Most of the game, anyway. All right. Tabora waits the snap. 2nd and 10. Hands off. Harris. Harris still going. Out across the 5 to the 8, maybe 9, almost, possibly 10-yard line. Looked like he was stopped at about the 5. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter here. So 145 yards unofficially on 19 carries for Lamont Harris. We played 3 quarters here at St. Augustine, and the Prep leads Ocean City 41-10. Right, he's one of the top athletes in the league, I think. Multi-sport athlete Alex Padovani. Tabora passes right flat, and Francisco makes the catch, wrapped up by Garrett Jones, but I think he got enough for the first down out to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, he did, and again, Francisco knew where the first down marker was, and Garrett had to give him a little bit of help. I almost think at some time they go to a 2-deep zone, and yep.
Tabora back to throw. Now he's going to run left. Stops, sets, throws over the middle, and knocked down, almost intercepted by Brian Slate. Also coverage in there for Kevin Wiesner.
Yep. Tripped over his own man as he was catching the ball, who had also tried to catch the ball.
2nd and 10. St. Augustine at its own 15, leading 41-10. They are off, as is Ocean City, next week, and they come back and play at Bridgeton in what might be the big game of the year in the National Conference.
Two guys out here, nobody covering the second one.
Tabora hands the ball off to Harris up the middle. Harris has got room. Slate grabs him, spins him. He stays on his feet and goes another 5 yards across the 35 to about the 37-yard line.
It's almost as if Ocean City knew that was going to be a running play there, Steve, because they had the wide receivers, 2 of them out here on the left side, and the guy on the slot man just kind of ignored him and went and moved toward the line of scrimmage, taking that gamble, I guess.
From the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Quick pass downfield. Great catch by Francisco right on his fingertips. He's knocked to the ground by Fumo, but another first down for St. Augustine.
Soft touch. He does have a nice soft touch on the ball. Most of his passes have been soft.
He's approaching 200 yards receiving. 1st and 10 at the Ocean City 41-yard line. They're moving everybody here set up on this play.
It's a running play.
Tabora Takes the snap, gives it to Harris. No, it's not Harris. He gives the ball to Casimir Phillips, the freshman, and he's inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Undefeated. Cedar Creek has that one loss. Second and about 8.
Harris back into the game.
On the 39-yard line. Slot to the left, receiver to the right. Tabora waits the snap, hands the ball off to Harris, drives off the right side, drives inside the 35, and he's down to about the 32-yard line, maybe a yard short of the first down.
Well, I tell you, Tom, drives was a great description there because he just put his head down and just plowed his way through, almost like a fullback would run into the line of scrimmage there. And he's not built like a fullback. I mean, he's not little.
No.
But, boy, he ran hard.
Tabora gives to Harris again. He finds room off the right side, and he's inside the 20 down to about the 16-yard line.
It's really a great combination of speed and strength is Harris because the play prior, as I said, he just, bull rushed right through the line and really gained some great yardage in the middle of the line. That time he used some speed, and it's tough to coach both of those things.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line. It's Harris off the right side, cuts away from one tackle, drives inside the 5, and he's in for the touchdown. A 15-yard run, third touchdown of the game. Harris goes over 200 yards in the game, and St. Augustine now takes a 47-10 lead, which means the clock will continue to run without stopping, only on timeouts, injuries, and scores, unless Ocean City reduces the margin under 35. Snow to kick the extra point. Leading kicker in the Cape Atlantic League right now. And it's good. So it's 48-10. And Ocean City will get the football. Undoubtedly it'll be a pooch kick and they'll call a fair catch. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule brought to you by Wiesenthal's Auto Service. If you need work on your car, you can trust Don and Glenn to treat it as if it were their own. At Wiesenthal's Auto Service in Ocean City, their staff will repair your vehicle and prevent potential problems. Call them at 609-399-9741 to schedule an appointment. The Wiesenthal family's been taking care of South Jersey's vehicles for more than half a century. No matter where you live, it's worth a trip to Ocean City to keep your vehicle operating properly. Don, Glenn, and their team of certified technicians will handle all of your repairs. Wiesenthal's Auto Service, 9th and West, right in the center of Ocean City. A look at the upcoming schedule brought to you by Wiesenthal's Auto Service. Both Ocean City and St. Augustine are idle next week. Ocean City will be home against Middle Township on October 18th. That's red and white weekend. And St. Augustine will be at Bridgeton on October 18th. All that brought to you by Wiesenthal's Auto Service. Here's the kick. It comes down at the 25-yard line. They're going to return this one. And it comes out across the 35 to about the 38-yard line, it looks like. Now they're going to spot it right on the 40, I guess. St. Joe and Egg Harbor Township playing in secrecy. First and 10 from the 40. A long pass for Fay, and he can't make the play. There's a flag. Ball was knocked away by Andrew Baxter. Maybe he made contact because there is a flag downfield. Fay almost got a chance to pull that in, and it is pass interference against St. Augustine, 129 yards in penalties.
First down pass. Yep.
That's the 10th first down for Ocean City. And that'll put the ball on the 45-yard line of St. Augustine.
As you said, clock running, so 8 minutes won't take too long.
Fay splits to the right. Jones in the slot. Ball goes to Naplasic, and he drives down to about the 42-yard line. You can put it on the 43. Second and 8. Pretty good crowd here. Both sides. Ocean City, it's a long trip. A lot of other things you can do. A lot of people have come up here. The band is very lively on the Ocean City side and the St. Augustine side, though. St. Augustine doesn't have a marching band. It's a pep band. The Naplasic hits the right side and gets maybe to the line of scrimmage. It'll be third down.
One thing I noticed, the band leader here for St. Augustine, every once in a while she's throwing candy in the stands to the guys who are playing the instruments.
Wow.
It's almost like the Halloween parade where they're going throwing candy from the floats. And she's just picking people out. And it's like Pavlov's dog. You do something good here, I'm going to give you your treat.
He's not really calling the members of the band and dogs, so
no.
We don't want your letters or emails.
No. It's a psychological experiment.
Declan McGuigan is the quarterback, and he hands the ball off to Naplasic, who hits down to the 41 for a gain of about 2 yards.
I'm sure that the people out here are intelligent enough to know the Pavlov dog experiment. After all, they're one of the few teams where they're calling the plays and everybody's looking to get the plays called in on the signal.
You're just making things worse here.
No, I'm not.
It's second down and 7 yards to go.
It's the most basic of all. It's the most basic psychological experiment. It's the first thing you learn in psychology.
2nd and 7, slot to the left. McGuigan takes the snap, hands to Naplasic going right. He's at the 40 and hit and pulled down at the 39 for about a 3-yard gain.
It's all about learning. Reward the animal for doing certain things, and then they do certain things.
Like I said, you're just making things worse here.
I know. I'll stop. I'm going to stop right now. That's not where it comes from.
From the 38, they'll take over St. Augustine at 5:51 remaining. Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on 98.7 The Coast. Connect with Brian Brummel and his sales staff at Boardwalk Honda on Facebook. Brian Brummel threw a few touchdown passes in his life.
I don't know about that.
There's the carry by Casimir Phillips going right, and he loses a couple of yards. Phillips is a freshman.
There'll be some changes.
There's been a St. Joe EHT sighting, Tom. St. Joe 25, EHT nothing. That came late in the second half.
Okay.
In the second half or second quarter?
It says second half. Going from March Noble.
Driving is Phillips. They got a new quarterback in, too, Will Albrecht, a 6-foot junior. And the ball's out to the 41. So Phillips gains about 4 on that carry.
It's unfortunate to be a backup quarterback if you're a junior or senior when you got a sophomore starting.
Yeah.
That's when you want to say, and maybe I'll try split end.
But you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Went ahead 13-6 on a 91-yard screen pass from Zayed Smith to Pleasantville. 13-6 on Lower Cape Bay. 24 seconds left in the first half.
Wow. 3rd and 8. Phillips hit and brought down in the backfield for Ocean City. That's Deeroff, I believe. Yep. Got through, made a nice shoestring tackle. It's 4th down, a punting situation. I think, did Snow punt before? I don't think so.
I don't remember, no. You think they're favored? Bridgeton's favored?
Here's the punt. A little bit of a rush. Nice punt. Slate makes the catch. Fair catch. at his own 32-yard line, and it looks like they'll put it on the 33. So Ocean City, in probably its final possession with the 3:30 left, the clock will be running. They start on their own 33-yard line. McGuigan will be the quarterback, I imagine.
Look for Naplasik to run 2 or 3 plays here, if he indeed is even in the game at this point.
I believe McGuigan is the younger brother of, is it Logan McGuigan? We said earlier, yeah, who kicked the last field goal before tonight 3 years ago. I forget where he's playing. He's playing somewhere in New Jersey. Handoff to Naplasik, and he stopped short of the line of scrimmage. Vineland lost its top player, the running back who transferred to Delsey, but they've got this freshman, Devon Seymour, scored 3 touchdowns coming into today. It's 2nd and 10. Pitch trying to come to the outside, and there's nothing there. Good penetration by St. Augustine. That was Jared Jones, the 5'11 sophomore. And he lost about 3 or 4 yards. So it's 3rd and 16, maybe 15, 3rd and 15, call it.
He and Matt Lashley are in the backfield right now.
Mm-hmm. McGuigan, slot to the left. Takes the snap, play action, rolling left. Sets, fires left, and it's incomplete. Intended out there for Noah Ungst. Falls incomplete. So it will be 4th down.
So the clock stops there on an incomplete pass?
No.
Well, it did.
Well, it's not supposed to. Is there a flag on the play? There's a 10-yard penalty, a 15-yard penalty against St. Augustine, and Ocean City gets a 1st down.
Oh, at least, yep.
144 yards against St. Augustine. 10 penalties. Ocean City has 28.
Yeah, that's all about discipline there. That's something that I'm sure that coaching staff will address this week.
1st and 10 from the 43. McGuigan gets up under center. Hands the ball off. Driving the right side is Matt Lashley, the freshman. Picks up about 2 yards. 2nd and 8.
A lot of young players on this Ocean City roster.
Mm-hmm. A lot of young players in the league. You know, there's a lot of good freshmen and sophomores in key positions. That Oakcrest Atlantic City game was freshman quarterback on one team, sophomore on the other. Sophomore here, quarterback. McGuigan pump fakes and didn't have time to do that and goes down. So a sack, that's about the 5th or 6th time an Ocean City quarterback has been sacked, and we're going to be looking at the last play of the game coming up here. It's 3rd down and 17.
Eric LeVay, 5'11", 187-pound freshman defensive lineman with the sack there.
Mm-hmm.
McGuigan only giving up about 40 pounds.
Down to 15 seconds as Ocean City comes to the line of scrimmage. Slot to the right. In the pistol, McGuigan points out something. Takes the snap, hands the ball off to Lashley, going left, and he takes it out to the 40 for a gain of about 3 as the football game comes to an end. St. Augustine wins it by a score of 48-10 to improve to 4-0. Ocean City drops to 0-4. Under the Flood Insurance Reform Act of 2012, you could save more than $90,000 over 10 years if you build 3 feet above base flood elevation. The all-star staff at Baumgartner's House Lifting can attend to all your house-raising needs. The Baumgartner family has 65 years of combined experience in general construction. Visit BaumgartnerHouselifting.com or call toll-free at 855-324-2700. Baumgartner House Lifting, restoring the Jersey Shore one home at a time. It's another special weekend at the Lobster Loft in Sea Isle City. The Lobster Loft offers 2-for-1 dinners on Thursdays and Fridays, half-price bar appetizers. You can experience their fresh seafood, pasta, steaks, and chicken, plus an extensive wine list and specialized martinis. Great entertainment on Friday and Saturday. Visit the Lobster Loft. Look for the Big Red Lobster, 42nd Street in the Bay in Sea Isle City. The Lobster Loft. Their seafood is so fresh, it still has an attitude. 3 touchdowns here for Lamont Harris, and St. Augustine defeats Ocean City. 4 touchdowns by Lamont Harris. Don't want to shortchange him. 48-10, they beat Ocean City. And we'll take time out for some messages. Then we'll be back. We'll update you on the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard, and we will also recap this game. You're listening to Cape Atlantic League Football, 98.7 The Coast.